Hello, 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 all of my wonderful, my beautiful, my fabulous Aquarius family. How you doing tonight? How you doing? This is Tracy, Ascension 225, a Tarot and Oracle, and I am here to do your reading or get you spiritual messages from the beginning of May until the middle of May 2026. So Aquarians, are you ready to receive these messages? I need you to find a nice cozy spot where you can relax, relate in order to receive, okay? And just let your mind go and just listen and see if any of these nuggets that come out apply to your situation, your life, what you're going through, or what you may be going through in the next few weeks, okay? Just be open to receive, okay? And before you get too relaxed, though, do your girl a solid. Let me know that you're here. Hit that like, share, and subscribe. All right, let's keep the channel growing. Sometimes we hit a little bit of a slump, but we got to keep this channel growing. So give me that reciprocal energy and hit that like, share, and subscribe. I truly appreciate that very, very, very much. Okay? All right. So Aquarius, how you doing? You doing all right? I hope so. This is going to be a general reading. This is not a personal one-on-one reading. All right, this is for entertainment purposes only. I have to say that nowadays because people, they don't, they just go by what other people tell them to do. So anyway, if you need a private reading, reach out to me at ascension225tarot@gmail.com. and we'll get you started on there. You used to be able to book me through Thumbtack, but I canceled them. So anyway, hit me up directly and we'll get you started on your personal reading. All right, you guys? All right, so Aquarius, we are about to get started. All right, and let me know if any of this resonates with your soul, okay? All right, so I already prayed over and pre-shuffled the oracle, which are messages from spirit, and then we'll get into the tarot. All right, but before we get into that, I have some charms, and where's my little thing that I had to get these charms out here? That's okay, I'll just roll it around and I'll just choose one. I'll just choose one. All right, here we go. Oh, okay, looks like we have a heart here. We have a heart here, Aquarius. This might have to do with your heart, affairs of the heart, giving your heart away, nurturing your own heart. Which of those applies to you? It says made with love on here. Made with love. I like that. So that is your charm. I like that. That's a nice way to start the reading. All right, so we just had a full moon in, I think it was Taurus, last night. And so a full moon, that full moon energy is so strong. They say that full moons the full moon energy makes people go crazy or act crazy and act weird and all this other stuff, right? So that shows you how potent some of these planets are, and when they do certain things, how it can affect us as humans. With all the different transitions and ebbs and flows of what's happening above our heads. So the full moon is all about renewing yourself, becoming reconnected with spirit, becoming reconnected with your intuition, becoming reconnected with your higher self, or just yourself, period. Sometimes we can be doing all these things in life, going like a robot, and we forget to check in with ourselves, you know what I mean? So this is a time for renewal, possibly some spiritual rejuvenation. Maybe going to church more, or getting to your spiritual practices more, just so you can become or feel like you're more aligned, okay? And also, that's the full moon is a time where your intuition is heightened. Do you hear that voice that speaks to you through your intuition, the voice of spirit, when it's trying to guide you or advise you or any of that other stuff, give you a spiritual hug? Okay, so knowing that voice when it's whispering to you and guiding you, that's the key, instead of going by ego, because ego edges God out. So, so since we have the full moon last night, I wanted, and we're going to be feeling this energy possibly up to a week after the full moon. So I wanted to give you a moon message, and yours, Aquarius, is full moon in Cancer, and it says the ocean's tides. It says allow yourself to ebb. Oh, this is really interesting, and I'm going to show you why in just one moment. It says allow yourself to ebb and flow with the emotional currents of the full moon, while also setting your boundaries and protecting your emotional well-being. I hope you got all that, okay? Going with the ebb and flow, protecting your emotional well-being when you need to, and being more in touch with that intuition of yours with the ocean's tides, okay? Now, I want to show you, we're going to get into these cards right here on the table, but I want to show you what's at the bottom of this deck. And that card is Let It Flow. All right? Bamboo bends, but never breaks. Okay? Just let it flow. Let it flow with the wind. Let it flow with the water rushing over you, just like the ocean's tide. Don't try to control everything, because you have to allow spirit in there somewhere, okay? In order, because you're not doing this solo. You're part of a triad. Your higher spirit, and also your spirit team. So let it flow, Aquarius. Whatever that means to you. All right. And I also have time frame cards. I've got, you might have heard my cat sneeze. That's probably Mason. It's happening now. 54. The 54 adds to a 9, which you're, coming to the end of something. You're about to complete something. Okay, it's happening now. You might be gearing up to close out a chapter or a cycle on something. This also reduces to a 1. And ones are all about new beginnings and writing new chapters. So this might be happening for you right now. And then I've got card number 56. Going too fast. Slow down. Take your time. Take your time, baby. Do it tonight. I don't know why that song popped up in my head, but this card adds up to an 11. And there we go with the ones again, right? 11, 11. I mean, why'd I say 11, 11? I don't know. But 11 is a master number. Okay, and 11s are all about, that points to Libra energy, finding balance, harmony, fairness, and just balance all the way around. It's also, you become like a master at those things. But this card also reduces to a 1. So This also points to new chapters and new beginnings for you. So what are you ending and what are you starting, Aquarius? That is the question. Okay? Alright, so let's get into these cards right here. The overall spiritual messages that your spirit team would like for you to see for the next 2 weeks. I've got celebrate. Joy is the echo of your soul at peace. I love that. So there could be, maybe you need to celebrate something, celebrate yourself, celebrate life. Maybe you've been working too hard and maybe you need to just go out and have some fun, do something celebratory, right? I love that. Emotional healing could be that you're celebrating because you've done some emotional healing. You've done some of the work that needed to be done. Tears are rain, nourishing the soul. That's beautiful. I love that. Maybe some of you need to do some emotional healing. Okay? And lastly, we have spirituality. Your roots drink from ancestral wisdom. Amen? I love that. Your roots drink from ancestral wisdom. That is true for all of us. We all have 7 generations of ancestors on the other side, rooting for us, supporting us, encouraging us, intervening sometimes for us. You know, they only want the best for us, really. So, yeah. Emotional healing. Some of you might be getting deeper into your spirituality, whatever that means to you, whether that means going to church more, and I think we just got finished talking about this, going to church more, or whatever, or, you know, converting to another religion, or just being in tune with your spiritual practices. That could be meditation or yoga, you know, or whatever, you know what I mean? I love that. And then lastly, I've got the angel messages that your angelic team wants you to see. The first one is take charge and take action. Take charge and take action. And angelic protection. You're being protected more so now than ever. Okay, this is like a double dose of angel protection because we're always being protected by our angels. Okay, but this is just reminding you that you're not alone. You know, you're not doing this all by yourself. Your spirit team is always there with you, all right? Protecting, guiding, all right? All right, we'll put these to the side, and I'm going to leave these right here, up here, and then we'll get into some of the tarot messages. But before we get into the tarot, I wanted to show you the 2 major arcana cards right here that came out of my 2 different decks. The first card that came out for you, Aquarius, was Hierophant. This is Taurus energy, and the Hierophant is all about what we've talked about over the last 5 or 10 minutes, and that is you growing spiritually in some sort of way. Maybe you're looking into your spirituality. Maybe you're going to church more, like I said, or you're reading more spiritual help books, right, that make you better spiritually. The Hierophant is one of higher learning. The Hierophant could be a pastor or a priest, or just somebody who is a seeker, somebody who is wise, and could be a mentor or somebody like that. You know what I mean? This is also the core values that we learn growing up, the things that we stand on, the traditions, the religious beliefs, all those things that we are taught as children that we stand on as adults. That's the Hierophant energy. Okay? Yeah. The Hierophant also is one of the marriage cards in the tarot deck, so I don't know if that applies to you or not, or if this is just you really digging deeper into your spirituality. And then I've got that Libra energy that we spoke about, harmony, that 11 energy, justice, having harmony, peace, balance. Okay, maybe this could be about you just finding that peace and that balance in your life through your spirituality or your religious belief systems. The justice could also indicate that you may be getting some sort of justice in a legal situation. All right, so let's go ahead and find out what the tarot wants you to know further. This is for Aquarius Spirit now and until the middle of the month of May. What other messages do you want them to see here in the tarot deck in regards to their overall energy and some of the cards that we've already seen? What would you like to expound on, Spirit? Go ahead and cut the deck. Oops. And what is in the energy that they don't see at this time, somewhere out there in the ethers? I've got the King of Cups. Got the King of Cups here. Somebody who's emotionally intelligent. That watery energy, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpion energy. We've got that watery energy mixed with that Uranus energy, mixed with Mars energy. Right now, it's kind of crazy. But there's a lot of watery energy going on and has been since we started 2026. The King of Cups is somebody who's just emotionally intelligent. Is pretty even-keeled type of person on an emotional level. Also somebody who's nurturing, loving, caring, giving. All right. So Spirit, off the top of the deck, show us some of the energy that Aquarius needs to see now and over the next few weeks. We've got the Nine of Pentacles. We've got the, is that the Four of Wands? Or is that the, yeah, I think so. Some of these cards, I don't know what they are. I think this is the Four of Wands. I think. Anyway, that's what happens when you use new cards. And then we've got the Tower. We've got the Devil. And one more. Temperance. Wow. Okay. Temperance. So, I forgot to mention these lovely bracelets that I'm wearing. You see these gorgeous bracelets? I got these from my friends at Hr Spirit, and just in time for the Mother's Day sale. Mother's Day is May 10th, you guys. So if you haven't gotten your mother or that maternal figure in your life something beautiful, you might want to consider getting them some beautiful healing stones, healing jewelry from my friends at Hr Spirit. Yeah, this is part of the Mother's Day collection. I've got rhodonite, celestite, and howlite here. I know the lighting's a little jankety here, but this is a beautiful, like a rose quartz color. Then we've got the white and sort of gray speckled, and then the baby blue. This is absolutely gorgeous, and the quality is AAA. And also, for every order, Hr Spirit gives $1 back to the conservation of the wild sea otter that was almost extinct a few years ago. So find your maternal, the person that gives to you back in a maternal way, or your mother, or even if it's a gift for you. Go to my friends at Hr Spirit And my codes, my promo codes, my discount codes will be down in the description box. And if you want to see a review of these gorgeous bracelets in better lighting, I will attach the review video. Okay? All right, thanks. Sorry about that. I forgot all about that at the beginning. Okay, what do we have here? Nine of Pentacles. This is you, Aquarius. Independent. Take care of yourself. Don't really need anybody. Somebody in your life is a bonus, but this is just you, solo dolo, being abundant AF, like Nine Pentacles. You're almost at, at the Ten of Pentacles, which is the ultimate in abundance, whether that's money, content of your character, whatever it is, you got it going on. Okay? All right. Now, I think this is the Four of Wands. I don't think this has a book to it. Let me see. I don't think it does. Now, to tell me what the heck this is, but I'm just going to say Four of Wands, and yeah. This could be about a celebration. The fours are all about safety, security, and stability, according to numerology. And the Four of Wands represents home, where it's safe, where your sanctuary is. And this is somebody who's in their safe place, celebrating with friends and family and people that they love. This is also one of the marriage cards as well. So we've got the Hierophant marriage card, and we've got the Four of Wands representing a marriage card here as well. So, wow, okay. We've got the Tower. It's very possible that this marriage came to a crashing end with this Tower card. All right, Towers are all about loss, endings, major shakeups and changes. It could be because it became toxic with this double energy, Capricorn energy. Maybe it became toxic. There could have been addictions, drugs, alcohol, sex, whatever. Major jealousy, toxic ways of thinking, speaking, whatever. It was double energy, and double energy does not allow your vibration to go higher because you're dancing with the devil. So this connection, this security, this marriage, possibly, if it wasn't a marriage, it could have been a commitment that possibly felt like a marriage. I feel like you're on your own now, Aquarius. I feel like you're on your own. Because if you look at this card, this you being independent on your own, right? And I just feel like, well, this on the table, it's looking like this. And she's looking away and moving away from this. Okay. And the last card is Sagittarius energy, Temperance. Stay calm. Don't freak out. Have some patience. All right. Everything happens in divine timing. Not in your timing, in divine timing. And you will be divinely guided at that right time. But do all that you can do on your end here and allow Spirit to do the rest, okay? What is this about, Spirit? Where's my other deck? Hold on. Okay. All right, Spirit, let's just get a few clarifiers, okay? Let's get a few clarifiers for Aquarius for these cards on the table. We're just going to shuffle one more time and then cut. Ooh. Good grief, that was terrible. All right, anyway. One more time, Spirit, please. Okay, that was better. Let's cut. Alrighty, what do we got here? It's on the bottom of this. Dark night of the soul. Somebody's going through the dark night of the soul, or will be going through the dark night of the soul. This is when you have a come to Jesus moment with yourself, or mainly with yourself, right? Going through the darkness before you get to the light. What's going on here? Alright, let me scooch up. Okay, Spirit. So off the top, show us what this can you show us what this Nine of Pentacles means for Aquarius? Show us what this Nine of Pentacles means as far as Aquarius is concerned. Now, I don't need all those cards, but okay, let's take a look at them. Two of Cups. Two of Cups. Twos are all about, making a choice. This could be you making a choice in love, about love. Princess of Swords, Page of Swords. Maybe there needs to be a conversation. Page of Swords could be about having a conversation. Wanting to send a message, wanting to relay a message, something of the sort. This could also be a new thought, a brand new thought that you're having, possibly about this, making a choice about this Two of Cups, or I don't know if you're going towards a Two of Cups, or you're choosing, making a choice in love here. Could be about this King of Cups. We saw that King of Cups earlier. That was one of the first cards that we saw of yours. This emotionally intelligent type of king. Okay. All right. And this Four of Wands, what is this about for Aquarius? Okay. We got the Ace of Wands here, Ace of Torches. So, and it came in the crossing, and so the Ace of Wands is a new offer, a new opportunity in passion, a new passion, a new inspiration, a new goal. A new offer of passion, a new passionate start here. Could be, it's under the Four of Wands, so it could be that somebody's offering you a new passionate opportunity. What else? Eight of Swords. Somebody feels trapped. Somebody might want to offer you this. It's either a new offer of passion or renewal of passion. But I got an Eight of Swords here. Somebody feeling trapped and confined and unable to break loose out of here. Could be somebody feels confined in this relationship, in this marriage. And somebody might be trying to make a choice about this love situation. somebody may have an offer from a King of Cups, and somebody might be trying to make a decision whether they're going to maybe go towards this King of Cups, or whether they're going to maybe give this situation another chance here. I have the Lovers on the bottom. Gemini energy, the Lovers. Okay. What is this Tower? What is this Tower? Show us this Tower for Aquarius. Wow. The Morning. Wow. It's really interesting because we saw that other card for you, the one of darkness, night. And then we've got the morning. Maybe things will seem clearer in the morning. After you wake up, this person's asleep right here. Could be that you'll have more clarity in the morning on how to tackle some of these obstacles. You see these mountains? Tackle some of these obstacles that may be in your way here. In your way of getting to your abundance and your blessings. Yeah. So this is really interesting because we've got we've got the Tower underneath emotional healing, the emotional healing card, and maybe the morning, crying. I forgot that saying, but you can cry at night, but joy comes in the morning. And that's what this card feels like to me. I feel like you will be able to see the sun shine and have more clarity once you work through this Tower energy, this energy of loss and endings, and heal emotionally from whatever this situation is. I feel like it could definitely be a marriage or a relationship coming to an end. King of Swords. Aquarius, this is you right here, King of Swords. Yeah. The King of Swords is somebody of authority and somebody who speaks with truth and clarity. You know what I mean? But the sword is down, so I'm not sure if you have truth and clarity because the sword is down. To me, the Ace of Swords, when it's up, that's when there is truth and clarity. So I feel like right now you may not have this clarity until you go through this emotional healing here and get through this Tower energy that you may be already experiencing or will be experiencing. All right, show us this Devil energy. Oh gosh. Prince of Swords. So this is like the Knight of Swords. Yeah, I asked a message or a clarifying card for the Devil, but this card landed on the Tower, the Knight of Swords, and that is it's sort of being single-minded and thinking about what it is that you want, not what other people want, but what is it that you want? What is it that's going to make you happy? Okay. I don't know if that made any sense, but... And this Devil card is right underneath this spirituality card. All right, I don't understand. What? One more. Okay, one more. Wow. And the sun in reverse on top of this page of swords. The sun is in reverse. Now the sun is the happiest card in the entire deck. I just feel like right now some of you Aquarians may not be able to see the sun. Maybe all you see is clouds. Maybe all you see is gray. I don't know. But this sun card in reverse, it's disappointment, sadness, delays, loss or a lack of hope. Not being optimistic about the situation. Okay. And I got the Lovers on the bottom again. This is definitely about a relationship, guys. Marriage, just a commitment, y'all shacking, whatever. Okay? This is about a relationship. That there's something going on here. I don't know if y'all breaking up or what's going on here, but something's going on. All right, what is this? Temperance, temperance, temperance. And here we go with the Hierophant card. Hierophant, Hierophant. You being in this temperance energy, this keep calm, don't panic, be patient type of energy, along with this Hierophant, is you tapping in. The only way for you to be in this temperate energy is for you to dig deeper into your religious or spiritual belief systems with the Hierophant. And or you being in this temperate energy, being patient and knowing that everything happens in divine timing as it pertains to this connection, this marriage. One more. What does this Hierophant mean? What is this Hierophant? Okay. I got two cards here. I've got Queen of Wands. The Queen is the Queen of Wands is vibrant and knows exactly what it is that she wants and what she wants to go towards. You know what I mean? Yeah. That fiery energy, you know, that Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. And I don't know, the Queen of Wands, I don't think she's going to accept, you know, she's empowered, so she's not going to accept any type of BS. So I don't know, this could be you becoming more empowered if you listen to Spirit and stay in that temperate energy. Allow Spirit to work in the background. Okay? But this may give you a chance to become more empowered. Okay? And lastly, I've got the Knight. So we've got the night and the morning here. There's definitely some storms going on here. Definitely some storms going on. Alright, but whatever you're going through, these storms, these towers, this loss, these endings, believe me, the sun will shine again. The sun will shine again, Aquarius. Alright, you will wake up and you will be able to see the sun shine and your perspective changed in many different ways about whatever the situation is. What did you learn? What did you take away from this? Yeah, in the night, this person, this is all water. It's like a blanket of water here, which has to do with emotions being all over the place. And look at the tree looks like lightning, and this person's trying to stay dry and not drown from all the water. Like, maybe some of you are emotionally all over the place right now. All right. But after some time, you're going to be able to stand and not sit in the tree, but you're going to be able to stand on firm ground. This is a blanket of grass, of soil, of firmness. And the sun is shining. Take that for whatever it's worth, Aquarius. Some of y'all are going through some stormy times with this, whatever this situation is. All right? Okay, Spirit. So, do you have any final advice messages in the tarot deck? Any final advice cards in this tarot deck? Okay. To deal with that anxiety in a healthy way. Nine of Swords is can't eat, can't sleep, depression, anxiety, worry type of energy. Spirit saying keep that to a minimum, because you are this Queen of Pentacles. Look at her. She's standing shoulders back, head high, with confidence, abundant in many, many, many ways. All right. Yeah, this is you. Nine of Pentacles and Queen of Pentacles, no matter what your sex is. Abundant, confident, determined, self-assured. Yeah, here we go again. Four of Wands. This is about home. This is about a possible marriage, the happiness of the home. So this is we've really seen the marriage card come out 3 times. No, actually 2 times. We saw the Hierophant twice, and then we see the Four of Wands twice. All right. Yes. And at the bottom of these major arcana decks, we've got the Temperance card again. Keep calm, be patient. And this could be, you as this Empress. This is divine feminine energy. This could be the mother of your children. Starting a brand new chapter, Aquarius. You're starting a brand new chapter with this Fool energy. Some of y'all might feel like a fool because of whatever the situation is, but the Fool represents somebody taking a leap of faith. A leap of faith. We've seen faith be a major area here in this reading. Somebody taking that leap of faith and starting a brand new chapter, a brand new cycle. Maybe solo dolo. All right. Lastly, you've got your universal message. It says, love yourself more by saying no to things that feel draining and burdening for you. Saying no when you want to say no instead of saying yes to please other people is a real act of self-love. And I think that an act of self-love is the overarching theme here in this reading. Is just because this situation didn't work out as you anticipated, making decisions for your own happiness is an act of self-love. All right, Aquarius? So I hope that this has been a very, very, very helpful reading for you this evening. All right. Sending you all kinds of support and love from the ATL. All right. All right. Take care. Let me know if this has anything to do with you. But remember we saw this charm earlier? Yeah. I really feel that this is you giving back to your own self. An act of self-love right here. Nourishing your own heart space. Okay? Namaste.